get in the lake. First thing in the morning, I'll go swim in the lake. Oh, that's lovely. Probably get the endorphins going this way. A little better way to start the morning for a big hike. So we're back in the lovely Lake District again. Had our swim this morning, approaching the first hill of the day. It's Arniston Crag. Nothing too big, just on the way up to a couple of bigger peaks. Weather's been on and off so far, like it's definitely windy, but and it's raining on and off, but warm enough at least. Oh, got my new camera, which from what I can tell is excellent. Got my new shoes on as well, so these are the Hoga Speed Gold 5s. So they're a trail running shoe, so they're much lighter, much softer on your feet. We're out again with Liam today, heading up towards Grisdale Town for the camp. With I think we've got about 6 summits on the way, so it should be a good one. Of course, we've got our mystery beers. We've got 2 each, both from local Lake District breweries. So it'll be interesting. Steep little climb off to the side for this. Just a short one though. Absolutely stunning. Hiked up from Patterdale today, so not too far. Just a nice. Some crag. Looking stunning. Well, the weather's took a bit of a turn for the worse. It's slashing it down, rainy, windy, sideways rain pretty much. It's just grim. Honestly, the views have just completely gone. This. It's absolutely disgusting. Barely hear us, honestly. It's the middle of July, we still can't get weather has continued to worsen. The wind is absolutely whipping in the face now. It's freezing cold up here. The wind is the strongest I've been in. It isn't helping things. So we're approaching birds. There we go. Wind's coming up now. Away! Woo! How do you feel? This weather is crazy. It's almost like hail. It's whipping that hard against your face and legs. The weather, the rain's blasting my legs. I'm in a lot of pain. We've just hit the top of Pinnacle Ridge and it's just getting so much worse. I can barely stand still. My legs feel like they're being fucking tattooed. I've been in. The absolute worst wind I've been in by a mile, and the wind's just making it so much worse. Huh?
Is that this hill blocking it?
No, it's not, because it's fine here as well.
It's bright red.
We're approaching the final summit of the day before we drop down to the camp point. Saint someday, Craig. I can see it just ahead of me. Just up there. Zero visibility. Absolutely nothing visibility. Down there. Look. Forecast changed, weather's gotten worse. We're in a dangerous situation getting off the mountain now. We're having to bail the camp because we ended up, the pike we were on wasn't where we thought we were. It was gravel pike that we went to, and the wind got progressively worse, the rain got worse. I checked the forecast and it's only due to get worse from now, and that's even at low levels, so we're having to bail. We're trying to get down, the wind's getting strong to the point where we can't really even stand up, so we've got a bit of protection now off the hill as we come down it, but we need to stay calm because things could have gone messy, really. Well, we've made it safely off a dangerous part of the mountain. We are completely bailing, just heading back down, completely soaked through. Everything is just drenched and cooled. Oh, absolutely no shame in it. Like the weather was just completely unpredictable. Like I said, it went from sunny with spells of light rain to thunder and lightning storms all night. And where we were on the ridge, we genuinely went into like life or death fight mode. We couldn't move. Like, you couldn't walk into the wind, which is what was hitting us, and we were constantly knocked over. We had to basically squat down just to not get blown over. So we were moving in short little spells, avoiding when the wind was hitting, which was almost constantly, so it took a while for us to get off, but it's not worth the risk that a sudden summer storm like this can pose. It just wasn't worth it for us, especially not for a miserable night, being cold and wet, being held up all night by winds, even if we were able to set up and be safe. We're just making our way down now, so coming to the end of the video. It's going to be a short one, but I'd rather make a short video, miss out on a camp, than get hurt or even worse. It might seem dramatic, but it really was a possibility with how high the winds were up there and how steep of an edge it was. If the wind was able to blow us fully over, I don't know where we would have ended up, honestly. I've got us something for the shop.
Fuck hell, what? Oh, you are joking. Man, that's what cork in the tent. You were doing it now?
Where?
Oh, Kieran. You know how long I've been to the Jaeger? It's my 18th birthday.
Really? Hold on a second. Where?
Yeah. That's a rancid.
Back at the family camp now. Well, I might as well show you the mystery beers. We've got the Lakes Brew Designs of Grandeur, which is a 6.5% IPA. Looks quite nice. And we've got the Lakes Brew Company West Coast IPA. So we'll start with this one, see if it's in this. There you go. Time to relax now. Chill out, have some pizza. Just watching more than what I expected, but hopefully it was entertaining enough. See you next time. Right, so I'm back home now, editing my video, looking at the footage, all that sort of stuff. Just to clear a few things up, looking back, we obviously could have set up a safe camp for that night. when you weren't on the ridge, and if we found somewhere sheltered enough, we could have had a safe night, but it would have just been miserable. It's only Liam's second camp. His sleeping bag was soaked through. If that wasn't going to be a problem, his tent, he hasn't got a 400-pound tent because he's new to it. So his tent could have soaked through. His poles could have snapped, and it just would have been a miserable night. So we could have set up and been fine, but it just wouldn't be worth the horrible, horrible night we would have had, sitting awake, unable to sleep because we're either cold and wet or there's too much noise, anything like that, when we could have just gone home for the night, had a nice night, chilled out with some beers and pizza like we did. Up on the ridge, fight or flight really did set in. On our way back down, which I didn't capture on camera, the wind was ridiculously strong. I had to crouch down to reduce the surface area of my body so that the wind couldn't knock me over. And then when the wind died down for that a couple seconds, that's when we were making fast starts to get down the hill. To get from the peak we were at to off of the ridge, which is probably about 200 meters, it took us about 5 minutes just because of how slowly we were having to move. The wind was either blowing into our backs, pushing us down the hill, or it was blowing towards us, stopping us from moving down the hill, essentially. We took a slight wrong turning, ended up on Gavel Pike instead of St. Sunday Crag. Basically just veered a bit too far left, and with the weather I wasn't checking my phone too often for the map. But I think if we'd got up to St. Sunday Crag, it would have just been worse, because that's another 100 meters up from where we were. Sometimes you've just got to accept that these things happen. If a camp's not worth it, it's not worth it. It's not worth getting hurt. It's just, there's no point, if you know what I mean. So I hope you enjoyed the video anyways, from what we actually did capture. It was a bit of a wild one. If you saw my Instagram, I'm heading off on the Rob Roy Way in a month's time, so that's my first big solo trip. Should take me about 5 days, maybe 6. It's a little less than the West Highland Way, so depends on how far I can walk in a day. It's usually between 15 and 20 miles for a long distance trip that I'll do. We'll have to see. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit like, subscribe, leave a comment and share. Always helps me out. I'll see you guys in the next one.